Yeah, I know that too.
Okay. Did you hear about the Bird Box challenge where the girl blindfolded herself and was trying to drive her car?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show, so I don't know anything about the show. I haven't watched anything. So
It's a movie actually. It's a Netflix.
yeah,
is that what it is?
It's a
okay.
And it's actually pretty good. It's pretty suspenseful if you like that sort of thing. And they're everybody's blindfolded. If you take the blindfold off, you go crazy.
Okay.
You see something, but you never get to see what it is they see. But that was the whole basis.
Yeah.
It's everybody's going around blindfolded. Now, how much common sense does it take if you put a blindfold on while you're driving? Something good is not going to happen.
Look, if the theory of the show is you put a blindfold on to keep from going crazy, then why is it you put a blindfold on which is crazy while you're driving? It's kind of the reverse effect, isn't it?
Well, I think the challenge is to see how much you can accomplish without looking, without seeing.
Oh, come on now.
Because that's what they have to do in the movie. They go down to this grocery store. They don't have any food, and they're trapped in this house. So they're going to drive down the street using a GPS and listening to it and just guessing, and they drive to this grocery store so they can get inside and take groceries. So I think the idea is how much can you do not being able to see?
I couldn't believe it when I heard it, and I didn't know. I had to go. I looked it up very quickly and saw that it was
It's
a
stupid.
show.
It's up there with eating Tide Pods and all that.
Eating Tide Pods.
My generation.
I'm
That's the
just.
sad thing about it.
It's. I was just like, and then of course I saw the pictures from the accident scene and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so this really did happen. Like somebody really did try to blindfold themselves and drive.
Did she die?
No, I don't think she died, but I mean,
She survived.
Yeah, she survived. But like, okay, didn't Ricky Bobby do that? Didn't they when they were trying to teach him how to drive fast again? Didn't his dad in the movie blindfold him too and have him drive? And he goes down the road bouncing off all the cars. He's like, I thought I really could do it. I mean, common sense tells you that you don't blindfold yourself, and I don't know, try to drive.
Yeah. Hey, if that's not distracted driving, there isn't any.
Did you see the one video that came out by Fox News? It was about a car not moving over when an officer pulled a car over.
Oh, that's big news right this second. So, my dream has finally come true, and we talked about this for years. I couldn't stand when people would be all the way in the left-hand lane and would go, slow and hold me up. Well, now states are starting to adopt the law: either move over or get ticketed.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so
I'm all for it.
it was like just seconds after a trooper had pulled over onto the shoulder of I-75. An out-of-control vehicle plowed into the back of the trooper's SUV. And the car just hit the guardrail.
Oh, you're talking about the different pullover. You're talking about move over to the lane when they're pulling aside.
And the car hit the guardrail, hit the officer in the back very hard, and then her car caught on fire.
Common sense tells you that if people are on the side of the road and you see flashing lights and they're on the white lane or whatever, or moved over to the shoulder, that you just move over.
Yeah, get away from it.
Get them away from them. But here's the thing. There's also a study that shows that people are attracted to flashing lights on the side of the road. They did a study years ago that flashing lights on the side of the road, actually you're attracted to. You get mesmerized by them.
They want to go to them?
They go to them. They're attracted to them. So they put cameras in cars and stuff. This was years ago. And they show that literally people will just start turning the wheel towards cars that when they're on the side of the road. They're just, for some reason, they're just drawn to them, like moth to a flame.
Well, I'm one that's not drawn.
Moth to a flame.
I want to go where they're not.
Yeah, I always try. I'm getting over. The other thing I don't understand why people don't get over is, and you guys need to explain this to me because I truly don't understand this, is when you're trying to merge and get on the freeway, and there's all these lanes open next to them, and they'll still stay in the closest lane and never move over to let you get on. That has mystified me. It's one thing if traffic's heavy and there's just no place to go, but it's a whole other thing when you come up and I come alongside of you, there's nobody alongside of you. There's no reason for you to even be in that lane. You could have moved over and gave me some room, but you didn't.
No, I know. It's just lack of courtesy. What else could it be?
I hate when people see you coming on and entering the highway, and you know you can get over, but then they speed up out of nowhere.
Oh, no, that's just a game. That's people playing a game. And that's the reason why you have the accidents that you have. I mean, just because people They're not courteous.
It happens a lot when I go to pass someone or I'm trying to get into a lane and looking in my mirror and as I've got my signal light on, and as I start the maneuver, they speed up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that drives me insane.
Oh, it's because it's cutesy. That's what I call it. That's my name for it. I'm driving. I call it cutesy. Oh,
I got
cutesy.
I got a name for it. It's called stupid.
Did I tell you the rental car has to have accident detection?
Well, yeah, because it knows if you're gonna get too close on the front of somebody. If you're like getting,
It detected.
what does that tell you about yourself?
No. It it detected a car crash in front of me before I did.
Well,
Man, that's pretty good.
It started applying the brakes automatically.
technology. Let me tell you. So if you all don't know, CES, there was a bunch of interesting things at the CES show. I mean, it was, and if you don't know what it is, Consumer Electronics Show, which used to be about computers. It's nothing. It's all about cars now. And
It's
the
the
cool
best
stuff
show.
about
They've
cars.
always got good stuff.
It is a very cool show. If you ever get an opportunity, I highly suggest you go to the CES show. You will see things. Now, this year was a lot of car technology because, as we talked, car technology is changing so much rapidly. No sooner than we talk about it, you've heard me say it, we talk about it on this show, I can joke about it, and then it's adapted. So do you remember, we talked about, it's probably been about a year or so since we really got highly into the conversation. We've touched on here, though, about the windshields that can zoom in and zoom out and advance and all the technology inside windshields.
Yeah, I remember that.
At the CES show, that's it.
It's loaded with that.
Yeah, it has it. So not only that, so here's something interesting too, guys. You can tell me what you guys think. You guys have my email. Go ahead and email me or text me or whatever, because this is something new. So now they're looking into doing side window technology. So this is new, but it's interesting, kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I like it, if I don't. And I'll tell you what it is, and you can tell me what you think. So as you drive, let's just say you're driving, or let's just taking a road trip or whatever, and let's say you're driving through the city or a new city that you haven't been into, the side window actually has data that will pop up and give you like fun facts or informational and trivia and, you know, everything about stuff as you're passing it. And it's loaded in the side window, and it'll come up on the side window. So what do you think? Yay, nay?
Wouldn't that be a distracted driving?
No. Okay, so it's not for the driver. Let me backtrack. It's on the side windows. It's made for your passenger. I know you're going to be distracted by it, but it's made for the passengers.
Okay.
And basically, it's like just driving with like a loaded encyclopedia. Okay, just have like basically an encyclopedia that's loaded with information as you're driving. It's just keeping your passengers entertained as you drive.
I figured they could put that info on the center console screen.
Well, they want to do it on the side windows. They want to do it on the window so it actually pops up and like it prints out information like you're passing this monument built in, you know, whatever it may be.
Yeah, but the driver's going to be interested. He's going to want to strain to see it too.
Well, I'm
Distracted driving.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Right this second, distracted driving, sure. But 3 years from now, when cars are driving themselves and you don't have to drive it anymore, well, then
Well, yeah.
it won't even be a topic of conversation.
You take the driver out of the loop and everything changes.
It does. So with the big thing at the CES show was level 3, level 4 technology on autonomous vehicles. So if you guys don't know the levels, basically when you start to get to level 4, you're really not doing a whole lot more anymore. I mean, very little. I think level 5 is when you finally lose the steering wheel and you
Full
lose the
auto.
gas pedal. Yeah, is level 5.
That would totally change the game for the locksmiths. Because now people would be like, I wonder how much that window costs. I shouldn't probably throw a rock in this one.
Well, that wouldn't be a locksmith. That'd actually be a window guy. But like I said, it's one of those things that the technology completely changes and changes and changes. There was so here was one of the big things. They had vehicles that could access further places out. So now they have like these rock crawling vehicles that are. You'd have to see a picture of them. They're weird. So like
That
just
looks
based on-
like they can like a bug or
Yes,
I
yes, so
saw
you
that.
saw it, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is neat. That doesn't exist yet. That was like a
Well,
not crawl over rocks, crawl upstairs.
yep. So there is. It's very interesting. And here's the
Yep. The animation I saw was a Hyundai.
that comes out of it. So I was actually cars talk to each other and buildings talk to your car. This is the technology they're actually trying to work on, guys. It's very, very interesting to me because now the windshield can see the gas station that's up the road blocked by a building and it'll tell you it's there. So, you know, 2 streets up to the left, there's a gas station. Now you can't see it because you're in the city or whatever, the buildings are block it, but it actually is looking through stuff to tell you where things are at, and it's animating that onto the screen to kind of tell you, you know, you can go up 2 blocks and take a left, and it shows like an arrow, and it shows you you're going to take a left, and as you get closer to it, the arrow starts to blink.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
it's
I like this stuff.
It's scary. Yes, I can see the advantage of having it, but it's also scary at the same point in time.
There are going to be other obstacles that are going to have to be overcome and dealt with at some point for it to progress.
It is. Here's the thing. So one of the biggest pushes that we've seen in the last 6 months, and I've told you guys about it, is forward-facing cameras, where they're actually reading your facial expressions, and they have sensors in the steering wheel that take your heart rate and all the different things that are out there. That was all presented this year at the show. So, and the biggest reason why is because the cars will actually adjust things and do things for your mood. So if it reads a facial expression and thinks you're having a bad day, it'll lower the ambient light inside the vehicle and actually turn on the radio and turn to songs that you like that could calm you down and make you feel better if you're feeling stressed in traffic.
Hey, Dave. I see you're a little bit upset.
See, that would just be creepy.
We're dimming the lights for you and putting on smooth music.
How does it be smooth music? If it talked to me in that voice, it would just be a little
They
weird.
could hire Cameron to voice this stuff.
No.
You like Amazon? Alexa lost her voice.
Yeah, that commercial was that about 6 months, 7 months ago?
Yes.
They had a commercial, and everybody was voicing for Alexa.
Yeah.
No, it's very interesting to me how the technology, like I said, the technology that we talk about, it becomes just like a small little cutesy idea, and then all of a sudden it's real, And this keeps happening over and over again. The windshields that could actually project and zoom in and zoom out and stuff, I always thought that was a really cool idea, because just for the fact of driving through the country, if there's deer or whatever it is, it can anticipate movement. So what I mean by that is, if there's a pedestrian on the road, and let's say he's riding his bike and he's on the sidewalk, and it looks like it's going to come out in front of the vehicle, it's monitoring his movement and making a decision whether he thinks he's actually going to stop at the end of the curb or if he's going to come in front of you just by the motion.
It's amazing.
It's going to be interesting. Like I said, it's getting very, very complex. But here's the thing: it's more stuff you got to fix. If it breaks, I mean, could you imagine that your windshield doesn't work? Now you can't drive your car because your windshield doesn't work.
I can't. They have some kind of backup plan, or they should.
Yeah, they should.
You hit a button and it's now transparent.
Just take the windshield out and drive without
Well,
it.
this isn't car related, but I guess it could be. I read an article this morning about Amazon has got these suspenders that the workers have to wear when they go into the warehouse to let the robots know there's a human in there.
Oh, wow.
And to steer clear of them. That they've had accidents with robots bumping. People come in, something's broke, and a technician comes in to pick something off the floor or fix something real quick.
Right.
That it's almost like 95% robots.
Right.
And you have to wear something to let because the robots will run right over you. Just to let you know there's a human there and to avoid and go around you. So
Now I really want to go look at that factory.
Technology. It's getting scary. On that note, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get some more news. I got some great stuff for you. I'll talk to you soon.
you're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Okay, your week is crazy. Your local Napa Auto Care Center understands. That's why we're open Saturdays for your convenience. Get that oil change you've been putting off way too long. Be done with those squeaky brakes that are on your last nerve. We get it. Our Napa Auto Care Center is open Saturday when you maybe don't have soccer, dance class, a late meeting at work, you name it. Call for a Saturday appointment now.
Hey guys, Dave Pillach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of trying all the wrong auto shops and never leaving feeling that satisfied experience? Napa Car Care Centers, the BDG HRVA group, has the answer for you. Friendly, reliable teams assembled for all your automotive needs. Find your local auto center today at Napa BDGHRVA.com. That's Napa BDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Pillach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow and Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow and Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of your everyday job? Looking for something more? You have to go check out ATI at auto.edu. Advanced Technology Institute has a program for you. From accelerated schedules to assistance in helping students get into the career field fast. Guys, I understand how hard it is with the hassle of juggling life, work, kids. That's why ATI provides day and night classes to make things as easy for you to succeed. If you're ready for a change, give them a call today at 757-490-1241. That's 757-490-1241. Make ATI your choice for building today's minds and tomorrow's communities. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Talk to you soon.
Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. So, hey, if you weren't with us for the first 15 minutes, here we roll through in the next 15 minutes. So I got something actually kind of cool for you guys. Within our Napa family, there's actually one of our garages inside of our Napa family. You guys know Napa's our sponsor for all the auto garages in the area that are actually part of the BDG group, which is really cool. So Japanese Auto Master, and if you don't know where they're located at, I'm going to give you the address. They're at 3012 Holland Road. And write this down. This is very important. Grab a pen. Their telephone number is 468-1333. And they're actually doing something kind of cool that was neat. So we all know we have the government shutdown, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you've been sleeping underneath a rock, you know, they're...
Hey, that's not nice.
Well, I mean, some people like sleeping underneath rocks. It's warm underneath there, apparently. But anyway,
Patrick.
They are actually doing something pretty cool that I thought was neat. So, in lieu of this government shutdown, to try to help out, they are actually have a program they put together that they'll defer payment on any car repairs for the government employees, like the Coast Guard and such. So, I thought that was pretty neat. So I was talking with them in the week, and he was telling me that's what they were doing to try to help out and do.
So you don't have to pay until you get back to work.
Correct. So if you're in a situation and your car breaks down and you need some repairs and you're part of that government shutdown, you're not receiving the paycheck stuff, they have decided to take it upon themselves to make your life just a little easier. You can get your car repaired and you don't have to pay until you start getting paid again.
Generous.
I thought it was extremely generous. I've I know a lot of people out there are worried, and there's a lot of people, and it affects us big time in this area, obviously. So when he told me about it, I thought that was really, really cool. So once again, if you did not know and you had to go grab a pen, it's Japanese Auto Masters. They're at 3012 Holland Road. Telephone number to them is 468-1333. Give them a call over there. Ask them about the program. They'll give you all the information on it. But I thought this was pretty cool, pretty neat. I mean, if if money's tight and you need that car to get, point A to point B, and, your brakes go bad and you need a brake job and you can't pay for it and stuff like that, that's a pretty generous thing we'll hold it until.
And it's Napa. So the parts are awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Can't go wrong.
no, I thought that was cool. So I thought I wanted to definitely mention that. Here's something interesting that was in the news this week. So you hear about Virginia Beach is actually going to be getting their cameras on their buses.
I didn't know it because I thought they already had them. So it's a surprise.
The
for me
first
they
5
didn't.
buses went out this week.
Yep. So they are actually getting. So if you guys haven't been paying attention in the news, it's been a big, huge top topic. It's been a hot topic for us for over a year now. I think it's come up. People send us emails and messages about it and express their opinions on it about people running past the buses when they're stopped with the signs out. So now they decided that Virginia Beach will get cameras on their bus, and I'm wondering what the first set of fines and stuff are going to be. I hope it's expensive.
I thought, don't quote me on this, but I thought I saw somewhere where it said the first fine is $500.
$500. That seems cheap. Not $500. I just.
Well, let me do a
Do you-
flashback.
no,
Would you
just-
rather go to jail for?
I'm just saying. Okay, so I think cameras are great. I'm all for it. I mean, I am a big, huge. I can't stand. I see it happen all the time. I see people blow by buses. It drives me nuts. But $500 still, I think, is too cheap. Make it where you just make it so expensive you wouldn't dare do it. That's what I say. No, you got the look on your face like you're like, eh.
No, I listen. I agree with you. It needs to have some teeth, but then you're going to have the classic people they're going to go in there and they're going to fight it tooth and nail if it's $1,000 or
No, there is no fighting. If I caught you on video and you blew by the bus, there is no fighting about it. I've got you. You did it. Here's how. I'm thinking $1,500. I
Yep.
want it to have some teeth. $1,500.
I have to admit, because let's face it, there is really no reason to go
Okay,
past
look.
a stopped school bus.
No, there is no.
You're right.
There
There
is.
is
You could
reason.
never give me a
There
reason.
is no reason. But you remember when I said there should be a penalty first?
Oh
and-
no! Here we
Look,
go.
Look,
Look,
I
are we going
totally-
back into the insurance conversation
Yes.
with you about?
Look,
the
look,
first
look.
time you should be get
One-
out of jail free
No,
card.
no. I don't think you should get a jail out of free jail card.
You're talking about a hand slap for the first offense.
No. I totally agree with the $1,500.
Okay.
But I think we should invoke the 3 strikes and you're out rule.
No.
Yeah, 3 strikes and you don't ever drive again.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
I
Problem
think you
solved.
should have,
License gone.
I
Problem
think you
solved.
should have to pay at least $800 every 3 times you do it. After 3 times, it gets sent to your insurance company. Now your insurance goes
No.
up, and then you have to start paying
You
$1,500
can't.
on
You
that.
can't do 3 strikes and you're out because it's not a game.
It's not. You're right. You know what? That's a good analogy. This isn't a game.
This is a serious matter. There are children killed because people
All the time.
do that. So
It needs to have teeth, and I think
Yeah.
$1,500 gives it teeth.
it does.
$500, I just don't think that's a nip. It really is. I mean, I understand $500 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say it's not. I get it. But $500, for the most part, you can come up with the $500, pay it, and you be on your way. $1,500 is a little harder to.
That's a real attention getter.
Yeah, you're right. Right. That was just $1,500. So, like I said, I mean, it's one of those things. It's. I don't know. I can't say I have the perfect solution for it. I'm not going to say that all my answers are right. All I'm saying is there needs to be something more. I don't think if it is $500, I don't think that's enough. $500 just doesn't have enough.
No,
weight
I
to
would
it.
have to agree with you, but you make it 15, and you're going to hear the folks screaming.
Well, good.
But I mean,
I want to know who you were that keeps running past the buses.
I'm not saying it's bad that you're going to hear them scream it, but I know human nature. $1,500, it was just a school bus. I thought they were.
It was
parked.
just a school. It was just a school bus. Like I
They won't
said,
be saying that when it's just a kid they hit.
That's
right.
true. That's
I said
right.
I $500. Isn't going to get it done for me. Ooh. I mean, it's funny because like out in the country, and that they do things different. They just turn the bus sideways across the road. They don't.
Oh
do
yeah,
that
they do
within
that
the city.
out in the country. Remember when the flashback
Flashback.
when we were talking about how the government just pays for random researches? Mm-hmm. We should do a research on which state is the worst that runs school buses.
Well, you're right. The government does pay for some. I don't think that would be. I want one that's going to be fun. If I'm going to get paid to do some research, I want it to be fun to be paid to do the research.
Fun data.
Yeah, I want fun. I want to have a good time while we're getting paid to do it. If we're going to.
What is that? Oh, having a good time. Having a good time.
Oh, it's hard to keep the wheels on this bus.
The wheels on the bus go.
Yeah, no. So here's a thing that keeps on coming up, and do you guys, within about the last 2 weeks, I got a bunch of emails and stuff. I guess this has been a topic that's been out there on the internet passing around, but it seems that auto repair on the internet is like the newest craze. And now I understand it's been around for a long time, but indirectly, a lot of people are trying to repair their cars from YouTube videos. So, and I guess it keeps on increasing. So the rate of videos being posted on how to repair your car, it seems to be increasing. About every 6 months, it jumps.
But do you trust it? Have you ever tried that?
Have you ever tried to watch a YouTube video?
I know you've got an automotive knowledge background that would preclude that, but you take a guy like me, and I've used it. Like, I needed to change my headlights.
Yeah, but that went horribly wrong for you.
Yeah, that did.
You broke the headlight.
You broke the headlight.
The first time I was able to do it. The second time I had trouble. The first time I found the little tab and everything worked. And I've known a couple of other, and myself and a couple other little minor things that I didn't know how to do it, and I'd go to YouTube and how do I do it, and there it was.
Do I think that there's certain things that you might be able to get some knowledge from by watching a how-to video or do-it-yourself video? Sure.
It doesn't mean you were qualified to do it.
Right, and that's the difference.
I wanted to replace a fan, the cabin fan for the heating and air conditioning in a Buick Regal. I went to YouTube to see, because it was making noise, it was going to happen. And I watched the video and then took it down to my shop and had them take care of it.
There you go.
So, because I like working on my car and everything and putting nice parts on it, I will go look at a YouTube video just because it shows me what bolts I need to go take out and where the location is. It's so much easier instead of going, should I take that bolt out? Or do I need to take that bolt out? It's so much easier to look at a YouTube video, see somebody else do it, so now you just can go right under the car and take the bolts out just like that.
Hold that thought, because I got to take a commercial break. We'll get back into this when we come back. Give me a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. I'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year you go from just a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand fields with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC, commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial driving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available. Job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
Take vitamins, exercise, ease up on the coffee. Sound familiar from your last visit to the doctor? Well, your Napa Auto Care Center knows preventive maintenance too. By grouping together services your vehicle needs, customized for the way you drive, they can save you time, money, and hassles. Prevent troubles down the road and give you confidence when you travel. Ask your Napa Auto Care Center to build a preventive maintenance plan for your vehicle today.
Hey guys, check everything your Napa Auto Care Center has to offer at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Their commitment to excellence will leave you coming back for more. So check them out at NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your Do-It-Yourself Garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow and Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow and Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio. Glad you guys tuned in. So before we left, we were talking about repairing your car using videos. And you guys pointed out, while we were at commercial break, they pointed out some pretty good examples. So I agree that YouTube and videos of that nature could help if you were trying to do something quick on your car or you didn't know exactly where to locate this bolt. Cameron pointed out that, a video he watched one time showed him where there was a hidden bolt he didn't even know was there. So okay, so I agree that can help. I think the videos help the auto repair industry quite a bit because people dive in thinking they can fix it themselves and quickly realize exactly what a technician has to go through to work on their car. So I think the technician gets some more appreciation for what he does.
But a technician has skill and experience, and you can't convey that in one of those YouTube
Oh, absolutely
videos.
not. Absolutely not.
Do you know where you could go learn some skill and that experience?
And where would that be?
ATI.
There you go. He was dunk. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about learning how to work on cars. I mean, there really is. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've learned over the years that didn't come to me from watching a video. It didn't come from me from reading it out of a book. It came to me for, having the ability to run into it over and over again or know somebody in the bay next to you that ran into it a bunch of different times. You got to remember, I tell everybody, it's one of the biggest things that we like to teach and stuff. When you're in an auto garage, it is a family. Okay. So if you have 10 guys that you work with in an auto garage, that's 10 different people that you have the ability to pull knowledge from. So anything they run into, you've run into, even though you didn't directly work on it. Because a lot of times, most of the time in auto garage, people are like, hey, come over, take a look at this. You're never going to guess what's going on over here. And then you remember, as long as you can retain that information, you can hold that information, then you can apply it later. So the next time you see that, you already know what the problem is.
You have something to contribute.
Right, absolutely. And you're like, oh, I know exactly what the problem is. So-and-so had this problem 3 months ago on the same type of car. And that's where a lot of auto knowledge comes from. And that can't be put into video. It just can't.
So, Mr. Tom said, I have used YouTube videos not just to see how to do it, but also to see if that job is something I want to try myself. Or just to take it somewhere and let somebody that knows what they are doing take care of it.
No, and that's exactly what I'm saying, Tom. Perfect example. It is one of those things where you're going to know quickly if it's something you want to dive into.
That's what I did with the cabin fan. It was like, hey, this is over my head.
Well, yeah, because you had to pull the dash all out to get to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's just more than you want to do.
And lay on my back upside down on the passenger
Look,
side of the car.
if you don't want to lay on your back upside down, you have no business working on cars, period, because that's just usually the position you always end up in. I mean, it just is. Even with a lift and everything, you always seem to be in the most awkward position, even... It doesn't matter. I've had every tool available to me, and for some reason, every time I go to work on something that's going to be hard, I end up in the most awkward position trying to work on a car.
How many times have you came out into the driveway and you're like, what are you doing? And it's usually I'm sitting on a skateboard that I found laying around somewhere and just rolling.
At the old house, because we only had so much garage space. So if somebody's inside the garage doing work inside the garage, you're stuck. You're the next person just outside the garage working, out the entrance of the
and
garage.
they're already using the exact equipment to
I'm
get
telling
on
you
their
guys,
car.
I will. This is things I'll never forget. Being a father and growing up is walk out and see 5 different kids working on 5 different cars in your driveway. Now, thank goodness we had a big enough driveway, and it comes behind the house, so my neighbors aren't bothered with seeing all these cars being worked on. So that's one of the things I loved about the setup. But I mean, they're all in different positions underneath their cars, working on different projects all at the same time.
I have a photo of it.
I loved it because they were carrying on with something that I hold dear to my heart. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of
and
those
even
things.
though it's
and
my
they're at home.
even though it's
Hey,
my
there you go.
generation, I'll be the first to admit my generation just does not love cars like they used to.
Nope. They sure don't. They like to drive them. They don't want to work on them.
Or they rather just take Ubers and Lyfts,
Nope.
and that's the problem I have with my own generation, is because I wish my generation was like back then, where we were more to our family, working on our cars, doing family on Sundays. Like we say every time we end the show, spend time with your family. Go out to a car show. Your kids would love it. As a kid myself still, I love when my own father or I get family time, because you don't just really get much of that. But our generation just
You can find a lot of family time in restoring a car.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, yes.
It is.
Absolutely.
We want to talk about kids. I got a good story for you guys that popped up this week. So did you guys hear about the kids who broke into the CarMax lot and did almost $1 million worth of damage to the cars?
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
was
so
that
this-
locally?
No, it's not locally, but it's one of the stories that got sent over to us. So teenage kids, 4 of them is what I was told in the little story that was sent to me, broke into a CarMax dealership at night, I guess, while it was closed, and got access to cars that were back in the storage lot area. Well, they couldn't get the cars out, so they just decided to play their own little destruction derby in the back parking lots with them. One being, like, I think it was a Mustang, there was a Porsche, there was, I think a Z06 Corvette.
How much money?
Just shy of $1 million worth of damage they did while they were back there having their own little rally races, I guess. And stuff.
Oh, on video, I'm guessing?
Oh, I'm sure it had to be on video. But could you imagine being the parent that gets that telephone call, and when you show up, if they got caught on site, obviously, and you show up in the car, there's a kid standing there, and there's just cars just destroyed everywhere in a back parking lot, nice muscle cars, and you know your child's responsible? I couldn't.
I would need a pain reliever.
Yeah, I would need
Just one?
I would need something.
A handful.
Here's the thing: in today's technology with cameras everywhere, you just know you're going to get caught. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. The chances you're going to get away with it are slim to none.
And now they have the facial recognition, so now it zooms in.
Cameras are everywhere to the point police use them extensively. They're going to get somebody else's video if something
Right, yep.
happens around. So I just can't imagine that the average person doesn't have no sense to realize that. If you're going to go out and misbehave, somebody's going to get it on recorded it.
If you watch one of the shows, the CSI shows or whatever, the ones that are on this, what is it, the ID channel, whatever it is,
Right,
and they
exactly.
show how they may not have a camera right in front of the business where it happened,
Yep.
but next door has one, and then 4 houses down or 4 buildings down they have one, and they just trace the car through cameras
Yep.
that they see that were on scene, and that's how they find the people.
Did you see the one video? And it was them trying to do a research, and they were like, "Where did this car go?" Because they didn't have any traffic cameras. And then the guy was like, "Well, wait a minute. There's a Bank of America across the street," and accessed the security cameras from the ATM.
Yeah.
and was able to track
Cameras
what
are
turn
everywhere.
they
People
made.
just don't think about it. I don't know why people continue.
I've read
to,
stories like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. From, like I said, technology is everywhere. Another story that was in the news this week is you actually hear VW stole one of Apple's technicians for the race for autonomous vehicles. So now,
I heard some flutter about that.
yes, it was made big news this week. So everybody wants to be the first to have a completely autonomous vehicle, have the best autonomous vehicle, autonomous, anonymous, self-driving, cars that drive themselves, car without a driver. And I think I got them all. In just case, you guys can correct me.
Now, we haven't heard back from that for a while, have we?
I haven't. It's been a little while. If you guys don't know and you haven't you tuned in the show or you just been listening to the show for like the last 6 months, a year, whatever it may be. So when we first started the show, you had the autonomous vehicle, okay? Well, everybody had a name for it, and they still do. Now it's starting to kind of shape up, but everybody wanted to have coin their own frame for what a car that drove itself was going to be. So you had autonomous. There was a play on words, which was anonymous. Anonymous car. The reason why is because the driver was anonymous because there was no driver. So there was self-driving car that drives itself. So we used to get corrected every time we would use one of the ones that somebody didn't like.
Yeah.
So now it has become a joke for us where we try to say all of them.
It's not an anonymous car.
It's an autonomous car. Yeah. It's not a self-driving car. It's a car that drives itself.
And we'd hear from folks after every show.
Every show. It used to happen all the time. So now it's been our joke forever of anonymous, autonomous, self-driving, driving itself.
Our computers are connected to all of our emails. So when I'm editing the videos, like I swear, right when I open up the computer after getting home, it goes bling, 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 bling. And I'm just like,
it is. It's people. Look, I get great letters from you guys. You guys send me great stories, and I get the ones where you guys hate something we said. So it goes both ways. Hey,
Get some good
Coming
criticism,
up.
huh?
do you know what's coming up in the next few weeks?
what's that?
Our bumper boys.
Oh yeah,
I have
yeah.
a lot coming in through
Yeah,
the
we
emails.
got some bumper boys. We haven't
It's
done
been a-
bumper
it's
boys
been
in
a while.
Yeah, well, you
It's
know,
been a while,
we
but-
had so many came in for a long time, which seemed like we were doing all the time. So I held on to them. We're gonna have a good bumper boys series coming up too.
All
we
right.
definitely got into it, but no, it's funny how a lot of things develop. Things that have changed. Like I said, we've been talking about self-driving cars since we started the show 3 years ago, and even back then it was like, oh well, we thought we were 15 years out, I think, when we first started talking about it, and then the 15-year gap became like a 10-year gap.
That gap narrowed quickly.
Yeah, now we're at like a couple-year gap, and realistically, the cars are actually already there and they're
It
already
was
ready.
2020, and we're in 2019.
And it is, and you have to write legislation because they got to figure out who's going to be responsible for
Wow.
what. So
Think about it. In 80 years, or 81 years, it'll be 2,100.
Random. Completely
If
random.
you think about it, how much technology has changed over the last year?
Yeah, since 1919, you look at the last 100 years, it is pretty mind-boggling.
Oh, yeah.
And now go think about 2000, let's just say 2040. Whew, I can already
in
see the flying cars.
2040, I think everything, so real quick, I know we got to take a commercial break. We were talking about the self-driving, self-flying cars. So, we're going from driving to self-flying cars now. They unleashed another one. So there was another one that popped up this week. When it's been around, we talked about it before. SureFly is the name of the company. But they now have a design that they actually want to start selling next year. It's a range of 75 miles.
A self-flying
Yeah, it'll have one
next year?
Next year.
Guys.
So
We're
I mean, now
gonna
you
start
have
this
controls.
again.
There is controls that you can take, but for the most part, it's all ran off computers.
And
It'll do
what kind of
everything for
price
you.
tag are we looking? Has that been discussed?
No, I think this. Now the last one we talked about was I told you about. I can't remember the name of the other one. I have to remember it. But they want to sell that one for about the price of an SUV, which is right around about $65,000, $70,000. I think SureFly is going to be just in at about $200,000 is what they're trying to sell their model for. But still, that's still very doable for a lot of people who are into fancy, cool things.
Yeah.
So you'll start seeing them fly around, then you watch the price drop down. But this thing's basically built like a drone. So it's basically just a drone with a carriage on it.
I'm gonna get one and fly past the tolls. I'm telling you.
It would work out perfectly for you. I don't know, you guys. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I got some more news for you. Stay tuned. Talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons, Incorporated.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year that you go from a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand field with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial diving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available, job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more. Or you can call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin.
Something really cool happened in 1975. And no, it wasn't the beginning of the disco era. Congress passed the Magnuson-Moss Act, so you don't have to take your vehicle back to your dealer to keep your vehicle manufacturer's warranty in effect. Our Napa Auto Care Center uses the proper replacement parts and procedures to keep that warranty valid. Visit our independently owned Napa Auto Care Center today.
Hey guys, you asked for it and I delivered. Check out our all-star team of automotive specialists at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Pillage from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Pillage.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. So, we were talking about a lot of different things in the last three segments. I got a letter that I'm going to get to that's actually kind of funny. And it reminds me of a segment we did years ago. And so I'm going to get to it. It says, Dear Dave, how do I get the smell out of a vehicle? I have an OT Camry that stinks. No, seriously, it's foul. I have tried everything and the smell will not go away. Justin in Virginia Beach. Now, so I got this letter. Do you remember the segment we did? And it's been a while. It's got to be a couple years back, we were talking about people buying cars on the internet.
Yeah.
And we did all the crazy ads, and the guy had the crazy ad. He was selling the car, and his whole ad was about how bad the car stunk. So
Yeah.
if you didn't like a stinky car, you don't come try to buy his.
I remember.
It's the first thing I thought of when I got this letter. So smells in cars, guys, are like one of the hardest things to deal with. I mean, some cars just reek for all the different reasons. Now, working on cars, I have a lot of cars that have come in over the years that I almost gagged and puked just trying to get in the car, just pull it in the building to work on it. So I don't like smells in cars. It just grosses me out, gives me the dry heaves. I don't want to get anywhere near it. I used to have other people sometimes pull cars in for me. I was like, "Can you please go pull that
Unless
car in
it's
for me?"
black ice.
I was like, I can't drive it.
Baking soda doesn't work for you?
Baking soda, a lot of times baking soda won't take out the smell. Like if somebody gets sick in a car, and like let's say you're on the way home from the bar, and you get sick in the car, and then you let it sit in the car overnight, that's a smell that's really hard to get out of the car. I mean, it's not easy. Or let's just say you let the windows down and you got water in the car and it's got that mildew smell in it.
Yeah.
It's hard. Just one of the biggest things you have to do is try to see if you can identify where the smell is coming from. Is it coming from inside the car? Is it coming from the trunk? Where is it actually coming from? And that helps it. The source, once you can actually locate the source, then a lot of times getting rid of the smell, a lot of times it gets down to the jute of the carpet. And once it's in the jute of the carpet, it's not easy to get smells out of that. I mean,
You're going to have to replace that carpet. Let's face it.
well, you do. Now, there's a lot of different systems. The problem with it is most homeowners or just regular car owners don't own half the equipment that is needed to take a smell out of a car, because there's a lot of stuff out there. You can now go ahead and spray the car down, and then you can seal the car up and heat the interior, okay? And there's actually devices to do that. It'll pump hot air in the car and it'll heat the interior up, so it makes sure that it dries everything out inside the interior to take away any smells that are due to moisture. But most of us, we don't have that type of equipment. So you'd have to either be very creative and try to invent your own thing that does that. But there's actually machines that do that. You can put machines in cars now, close it up, seal it up, and it removes the smell out of it. I can't remember what the name of that is, but I know a lot of the car cleaning places, they have them nowadays.
A rug doctor in the back seat won't do it, huh?
Look, I've gone as far as I've taken all the carpet out of the car, I've taken the seats out of the car, unbolted them, took all the carpet out of the car, and then power washed it in the driveway, and then let it dry and put
I
it back
remember
in.
that.
Did that work?
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
Honda Odyssey,
But
2006.
you have to want to do that.
But that's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. I mean, you got to take the trim.
That's
pieces
almost
away
a
and stuff like
weekend.
that. And we did it in a day. I did it.
Yeah,
I
we
did
did.
it in a full day.
Once you've worked on a lot of cars,
You
know how quickly
Yeah,
it
they come
is
apart pretty quickly.
to take out the back seats in the minivan, the front seats, making sure all the electrical is taped up so it doesn't get
Yeah.
damaged.
Yeah, I've done a lot. I've gone through some extent to get some smells out of some cars.
Yeah,
And
taking it out's one thing, but putting it back in is
Yeah,
not the
that's
speed.
that's,
thing.
yeah,
that's
that's
the
different. And
challenge.
having a really good shop vac, if you're going to go ahead and try to clean things up in a car, if you want to scrub the interior with soaps and water, and having a really good shop vac comes in play, because you got to remember, if you try to add any water to a car, I see people do it all the time. I have been at car washes and watched people take the power washer right to the inside of a carpet of the car and try to get smells out. I'm like, try and get a smell out. Yeah, something stinks in here. I'm like, well, that's going to make it smell a lot worse. I mean, it's just going to get 10 times worse.
Now you're going to smell like a damp basement.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, Justin, I understand your letter. I totally, completely get it. One of the biggest things is you can try a bunch of different stuff. Like Larry mentioned, I've seen people try baking soda. There's actually a chemical now that you can get at most of your local auto parts stores, and it comes in an aerosol can. You can actually, it's a diffuser, and you can actually spray it and let it sit, and it's supposed to take smells out too. I know that does work. You got to make sure. Here's one of the things that people do not know. A lot of times smells get in the vents. So it actually gets in your cabin air filter and stuff in the car.
It recirculates.
And it holds that smeller. So when you think you got rid of the smell of carpet stuff, it's actually now spores and stuff like that, if it's mold or whatever, is actually growing inside the vents of the car. And you keep on recirculating that smell over and over again. So keep that in mind. Like I said, if at the end of the day you can't get the smell of the car, take it to a good detail shop. Let them go ahead and handle it. I mean, there's a lot of them out there can definitely take care of you, and they'll make it go away. But, I remember one of the biggest things you used to always get and always be scared of back in the day when people were going to car auctions and buying cars. The thing was, oh, did somebody die in this car? Did someone die? Did someone die in this car? You open the door, you're like, woo! And that used to always be the joke, but believe it or not, that does happen.
I believe it, yep.
You could buy a car that somebody did pass away in, and that's a smell inside
Yeah,
itself.
you've heard stories about guys that have committed suicide in their truck.
Well,
You know, phew.
when I was a kid, the biggest story that used to always circle around was the guy who got the really good deal on the hot rod car because someone died in it. That story must have circulated so many times when I was a kid. I had to hear that story no less than probably 50 times when I was a kid. Like, oh yeah, that guy got that car, he bought it. Yeah, somebody died in it, and he got a good deal on it. That's all I got. Is like, every time I turn around, why does somebody have to die? Why is the good deal only came because someone died?
Yeah, and why did he get it a good deal because of that? Because the guy laid in there for a week or two?
Yeah, but yeah, that was like the way. That's kind of the way it was supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So then you have that image and stuff. But I remember just as a kid, that was always a story.
Pour out the quote out of the book. If I die, at least you know I died doing what I love. Paul Walker.
I'm telling you. And the last story I have for you guys this week is there's actually a video goes with this. Go look it up. In St. Louis, the Chevy truck that actually was pulling the semis that were stuck in the snow. Did you guys see that video?
No.
No.
Pretty cool. You know, I love my Chevy through and through. Hey, and you don't have to drive a Chevy for me to like you. You're just my manufacturer challenge friend. If you don't have a Chevy, it's okay. Still love you.
I bet they gave you a welled-up source of pride.
I was like, yeah, you go, boy. So, yeah, there's a video. Go check it out. In St. Louis, there's actually tractor trailers stuck out on the snow and the ice, and a Chevy truck backs up to them and pulls them up the hill because they're stuck. So
wonder if they're going to use that in a commercial.
I would have. I'd have jumped on it. I'd have been, but yeah, he pulled out two different tractor trailers through the ice and snow that just couldn't get traction.
Man.
I was like, of course, you know me. Every time I see a video like that or something like that, I'm like instantly trying to find the spark that shows me what kind of truck it is because they're so far away. I'm like, is it a Chevy? Is that a Chevy? Oh, you know, it's got to be a Chevy. So, it's one of those things. Just a little bit of pride. Well, guys, it is going to bring us to the end of our show. It is Saturday. It's not too bad out there. Sun's not really shining, but at least it isn't raining. So try to enjoy your Saturday. You know, Sunday's right around the corner. Turn off the TV, spend a little time with your kids, take them to a car show. They'll love you for it. And don't forget, hey, if you have been furloughed and you're not getting a paycheck in the military, go see Japanese Auto Master. Telephone number 468-1333. And we're out of here.